YouTube, what's up? And welcome back to part 6 in the Pokemon Emerald Battle Frontier Gold Symbol Quest. Today, we are going to acquire our third of the 7 silver symbols up there onto the Frontier Pass. Now, obviously that's just step 1, right? Eventually, we're going to turn those silver symbols into gold. That is the whole point of this series on YouTube, but it's going to take a little bit to get there. And I think first what I want to do is try to get all 7 silver symbols, and then we'll go upgrade them to gold. Because that way we're not just going to sit here and grind the same facility over and over again. With that being said, just like last episode though, we are back here in the Battle Pyramid. As I did make it all the way to the silver symbol fight against Pyramid King Brandon. And of course, as you can tell that we don't have the third symbol, he kind of sauced us up a little bit with his team of Reggies, right? I knew that going in ahead of time, right? So I kind of built a counter team to take out the 3 Reggies, but they proved to be a little bit stronger than I expected. And I went in there with a kind of like 3 glass cannons, if you will. It was the dark type trio to fit the theme of this place. And now, you know, with Crawdaunt, Cacturne, and Houndoom, none of those Pokemon can really take a hit. And obviously all 3 of the Reggies are very bulky, so if I could not one-shot them, I was going to get, you know, revenge killed. And that's exactly what happened. So his Registeel at the end of the fight lived to overheat from Houndoom with like a sliver of HP, and I got KO'd back with an Earthquake. So as you see on the bottom middle of the screen there, it says R1 for, you know, we're all the way back to round 1 here. But don't get it twisted. We got a different team, and we're going to go back in there and get that silver symbol today. You can take that to the bank. Now, one last thing before we jump in. You'll notice that I have 55 battle points now. We started last time at 45 battle points. And that's because every time you clear a round here, you get 5 battle points. So obviously the difference in 10 points there is we cleared rounds 1 and round 2, and then at the end of round 3 was the fight against Brandon, which we did not clear. So we're entering today with 55 battle points. Again, that's not really important. It's just kind of something I want to track, because by the time we get through this whole series on YouTube, which might take a year, and once we get all 7 gold symbols up there on the trainer card, I'm just kind of curious how many battle points I can rack up. I'm not going to spend any of them, because I don't need to. Now, that's enough yapping. Let's go ahead and showcase the team before we jump in here today. And this team is a lot more powerful than the initial build. So this time we have Poliwrath, we got Donphan, and we got Camerupt. Obviously, these 3 Pokemon are kind of important to counter the typings of the Reggies, right? With Ice, Steel, and Rock. So let's go ahead and look at Poliwrath here. Now, first things first, Poliwrath, as you'll notice on the top right corner of the screen, does have 1 ribbon. And that's actually the Hall of Fame ribbon in this game, because this is the same Poliwrath that I used throughout the initial playthrough of the National Dex Water Types Only playthrough. And, you know, however, I did use a Nature Mint that doesn't exist in this game. And I also use Bottle Caps, which also don't exist in this game. AKA, juiced up the stats a little bit to just give him like 31 IVs and everything, and then I also EV trained the Poliwrath. Now, I do remember from back in the initial playthrough that this Poliwrath had Damp when I first caught the Poliwag, which I didn't want. I really wanted to have Water Absorb because I had a team of 6 water types trying to beat the Elite Four with it. And it turns out that the Damp is actually going to be better in this situation, even though it wasn't for the regular playthrough, because when we fight Pyramid King Brandon, his lead Pokemon Regirock does have Explosion. And Explosion and Self-Destruct were so OP back in Gen 3 that they'll OHKO pretty much anything in the game that doesn't... Even some Steel types that would resist it, right? So, we're going to troll Regirock and not let it blow up because I have Damp. And then in terms of the moveset, we got a mixed attacker here, as most Pokemon are, you know, before the physical special split of Gen 4. So we got 2 special attacks up top with Surf and Ice Punch, and then 2 physical attacks down bottom with EQ and Brick Break. Now, Brick Break is obviously going to do big damage to both Regice and Registeel, and then Surf is here to bone Regirock. Obviously, those are the 2 strongest attacks because they get stab boosted, with Poliwrath being a water fighting type. Now, next up here, we got Adamant Donnie with, oh yeah, that's right, everybody has no hold items. Usually I talk about the hold items that I put on, but you can't use them in this facility, so we'll just go right to the moveset, which is Rock Slide, EQ, Frustration, and Double Edge. Why? I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm gonna need some ground type attacks specifically to hit the Registeel very hard, because the fact that bro lived in Overheat from Houndoom makes me think that there's like a decent amount of special investment onto that Registeel. obviously Registeel can be either or, a physical wall or a special wall. I would have guessed that it would have been a physical wall due to the fact that he has Regice, which is more of a special wall. But it turns out that Registeel probably has some special defense investment, so this time around we're going to hit it with physical attacks. And actually Earthquake is kind of the theme of this team, because all 3 Pokemon have it, with Cameltoe here in the back, who of course, again, is also another mixed attacker, with Eruption Flamethrower on the special side, and then Rock Slide EQ on the physical side. And you'll also notice that like all the Pokemon have PP maxes, basically, because I didn't really understand the gimmick of this place the first go around. And actually, I think I'm going to put Donphan in front because you'll see why in a second. But the gimmick of this place is there's a whole bunch of like wild Pokemon that you have to fight, or you could run away from them if you're fast enough, but obviously this team is slow as shit. Because this team is really just built to counter the Regi trio, which are all very slow. And actually I want to talk about Donnie and Cameltoe's speed stats here in a sec, but you really do need to have PP max on everything, because if you're not fast enough to run away from the wild Pokemon, you're going to be using up a lot of PP. And items in general are just, you know, whatever you can pick up off the floor, so resource management is also key in this. But let me, I want to put him next to Poliwrath. Okay, so Camerupt and Donphan, right? So when I was EV training these things for speed, this is notable because all 3 of the Regis have base 50 speed stat, which means at level 100 they have 136 speed with a base speed stat of 50. So obviously, just in case this game is trying to troll and like speed creep with 4 EVs to put them up to 137 speed, I put 8 EVs on Camerupt to get to 138, because there ain't no way I'm going to get speed crept like that. And Donphan is even slower, so I think I had to put like 88 speed EVs or something along those lines to get Donnie up to 138 as well. So you'll notice that's why those 2 Pokemon have 138 speed. That's actually a relevant number because all 3 of the Regis should have 136, but might have 137. So that's kind of why I did that. Alright, now let's talk to this lady here, because I didn't know this first go around, but she gives you a hint as to like what types the wild Pokemon are. So I'm going to be doing open level, obviously. And, okay, I see a shower of sparks. So there's going to be a bunch of electric types that try to spread paralysis again, which was very annoying last time because I didn't have a ground type, right? With Houndoom, Crawdaunt, and Cacturne. So this time we're going in here with 2 ground types, because I'm not going to get trolled by paralysis again. So let's go ahead and throw Donnie out in front. And obviously, you know, all 3 of these guys are also pretty slow. We're not going to be able to run from the electric types. So we're just going to have to Earthquake everybody. And let me make sure I pick the right one here. Open level. Okay. Oh, I guess I didn't have to switch the order. You can just do it in here. You could also swap Pokemon once you're in there as well. But, whatever. Now, the one thing I'm going to check right away is my bag, because even though I'm starting back over at round 1, I think I might still keep all the items from last time. I can't check it beforehand because you get your regular bag. But now we're exchanging it for the battle bag, so whatever items I found in those first 3 rounds on that failed attempt, I might still have those items. So let's check this real quick. Well, okay. I don't, but I do. I had a whole bunch of items last time. Maybe if you fail at the Pyramid King fight, well, obviously it wipes out like 95% of the items in your bag, because I had a few berries, I had a few revives and full heals, but at least we started with a couple things. It's better than nothing. Although I did never check it the first time we came in here. I started checking it during like rounds 2 and 3, but I never checked it during round 1, so maybe you always start with those 2 items. 1 potion, 1 ether. But anyway, in case you missed last episode or don't remember playing this back in the day, the whole gimmick of this place is it's very dark, as you could tell. And each time you defeat a trainer or a wild Pokemon, your FOV increases a little bit. You know what? I could probably take these guys out with frustration. I kind of want to test this. I don't need to waste all my EQs on idiots like this. We need to save those for bulkier Pokemon. And this Donphan, you know, I also changed the happiness value to 1. So it should have max power frustration. Okay, obviously the blue warp tile's not up there. So yeah, like I was saying, the FOV increases a little bit every time you take out either a wild Pokemon or a trainer. And all the trainers only have 1 Pokemon in this, so it does go pretty quick. So hopefully I can get through all 3 rounds in less than 2 hours, because I only have like 2 hours to play this before I gotta head off to work. So I really want to push for this silver symbol today. And you know what? If push comes to shove, I might have to call my boss and be like, hey, I'm going to call him in the middle of the recording and be like, yo, I'm going to be 20 minutes late to work because I got to get the silver symbol, you know? And bro's going to be like, what? What are you talking about? Oh, here's an item. Okay, another potion. That's good. That's good. So we'll see. We'll see. I think, I don't even remember last time how long the recording was, but it was somewhere close to 2 hours. But during rounds 1 and 3, it took me a very long time to find what I like to call the stairs. What are you doing with a mudkip? You're trolling right now. Is that because I had a Donphan in front? That's actually really bad for me. Poliwrath doesn't have water absorb either. I mean, I could Oko this guy with a frustration, or I'll go for double edge, but okay, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be faster than mudkip. No, double edge is a bad idea. Recoil, and you don't get to heal. How much? Oh, yeah, that's too much recoil. What was I doing trying to put double edge on this set? I genuinely don't know, but obviously to fight the Reggie trio, all I need is Rock Slide for Reggie Ice and Earthquake for both Rock and Steel. So those were the 2 main moves. I kind of just threw Frustration and Double Edge on there, more so for fun. But again, we're not here to have fun today. We were here to have fun last time, right? Because I couldn't remember what this place was about. And I really wanted to check it out. Obviously, I still wanted to try to get the silver symbol. I wasn't going in there expecting to hold the L, but it's just what happens sometimes, you know? But now, we're taking the term locked into a whole new level today. There's no way that guy's going to sauce me up again. No way. Where is this tile, by the way? Sometimes they take a long time to find. Oh, I forgot to... After you beat the trainers, too, you gotta talk to them because they give you a hint as to which direction the, Well, some of them give you hints as to how many more trainers are on the floor. Okay, I found it. Nice. Jeez, man. I feel like on that first floor there, I spawned in the bottom left, and I went like top right, and then top left, and then bottom left to find it. That kind of took a while. But during the first and third rounds during last recording, it took me kind of a long time to find the blue tile every time, but for some reason during round 2, I think I went through that in like 10 minutes. Like all 7 floors of round 2, I just kept getting really, really lucky with the blue tile. Okay, something tells me it might have been tucked in the corner, but it's really hard to figure out what the heck you're doing when it's this dark. So, but usually after you beat a couple trainers or wild Pokemon, it gets a hell of a lot easier to see. Even though the circle doesn't increase that much, it makes a huge difference. Okay, it's definitely not over there. But I gotta remember, after you beat the trainers, talk to them. It's definitely the play. Now, Electabuzz is annoying because I could kill it with a Frustration or a Double Edge because bro has bad Fizz Def, but the thing is, it also has Static. And so I need to go for like a non-contact move like Earthquake. At least I hope Earthquake's non-contact back in the day. Because if I remember right, I think when I was doing this last time, I think when I went for Overheat with a Houndoom, it triggered Static. I was like, huh? Like, that actually made 0 sense. How does Earthquake possibly... I mean, not Earthquake, but... How does Overheat possibly make contact? It's like you're just expelling fire at the opponent. It makes no sense. But whatever. Donphan can sit here and eat up these attacks all day long. And obviously is immune to, you know, Thunder Wave and even Paralysis from Spark and stuff like that. But ground types are not immune to Static. So that is a thing to remember here. Something tells me it might be right here. No? Interesting. So again, hopefully this doesn't take too long. It's only, yeah, I got, let's see, I got like I'm trying to do math in my head. Like an hour and a half that I could play this for. So honestly, it should be enough time. I'm gonna try my best, man. I'm gonna try my best. We're just gonna full send it. As I get closer to Pyramid King Brennan, I'll talk about his team and the movesets again. I have it pulled up on Cerebi on my other monitor here. But I'm going to wait till I get a little bit closer. Bro, it's going to be in bottom right, isn't it? This is only the second floor. It's taken a long time to find it again. It could also be like really close to the center. I like to sweep the perimeter first before I head towards the center because I don't know, like if I was designing this challenge, I would probably put it towards the perimeter majority of the time, right? You never want to put it in the center or close to the center every time because that's too easy and too obvious, and I feel like other people would think that way too, and you wouldn't just want to go check that. Or it could be an elaborate troll, and that is why they do that. You know? But hopefully we get lucky and get like just a handful of free floors. Because again, we got to go through this three full cycles at 7 floors each. So we got to go, you know, 21 times basically. So out of the 21 blue warp tiles that we're looking for, if I can get like 4 or 5 of them for free, this thing is also going to have static, by the way. But I don't really want to waste an EQ. But so in this round, there is going to be cherry berries on the ground to neutralize the paralysis. Don't do it. Okay, good. And then I gotta remember to talk to that girl by the PC before every round, because unless it's the same thing every time. But what I had in round 1 last time was electric types, and then round 2 I think was poison types. See that? Yeah, there's the cherry berries. And then I think if I remember right, round 3 was like fire types. So they're always trying to status you and try to cripple your team so that when you go to fight Brendan at the end, you're not supposed to have like a full squad. I actually don't know if EQ would one-shot this thing. I kind of want to see how strong Donnie is though, because I do have revives and hyper potions. So it's not a big deal. But you know, if this is going to be the start of, you know, not only the silver quest, but I'm thinking about in terms of the gold round, right? Because I guess how this works maybe is until you wipe, you get to keep your same items, right? Because during round 3, when I looked at my bag, I had a whole bunch of items because I still had everything left over from rounds 1 and 2. So what I'm trying to get at is, even though like I'm not going to do this same team of 3 that I have for the whole, you basically have to go through here 10 times, aka 70 floors, to get to the gold fight. How did bro live that? You're trolling. Now I can go for double edge, 'cause I'm not going to take any recoil, or just like 2 HP. Because like I gotta think, even after I get the silver symbol, I still want to save as many resources as I can to try and increase my odds of longevity in getting to the gold fight. Which in that fight, he has a whole different team. Instead of the Reggie trio, it's the Cantonian, legendary Cantonian bird trio. Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. So for that, I'm going to build a different team, obviously. This team right here that I have could actually... Oh, this is a really bad matchup. Because of Effect Spore plus grass attacks. I mean, Cameltoe can deal with this and just OHKO with a flamethrower, but... if I switch to OHKO it, you know what I mean? At that point, I might as well just stay in and 2-shot it with frustration. Okay, so he's going Focus Punch, which is good. Basically means bro's never going to damage me, but the problem is, am I going to activate Effect Spore here? It's 2 chances. Oh, I crit. Shiest. I don't think that would have OHKO'd him, to be honest. Bro's talking about electric types in here, and then it's Vileplume and Breloom. For sure. Neither one of those guys get T-Wave, but alright. Actually, you know what? I guarantee you Vileplume's packing Stun Spore. And the other guy obviously has his Effect Spore. So that's probably what's going on here. Basically, every wild Pokemon can inflict the status condition that she tells you about before coming in. So again, if it's the same as last time, round 1 is Paralysis, round 2 is Poison, and round 3 is going to be Burn. I was going to check for the blue tile before I fight this guy, but... let's just fight him instead after getting rid of Buzz here, and then I gotta remember to talk to the NPCs after. Because it seemed like for the most part they were giving me hints on the direction of the blue tile. Especially early on. And again, I don't know if that's luck or it's depending on, it's like predetermined for all the NPCs, but most of the time in round 3 they kept telling me how many trainers were left on the floor or how many items. But we'll have to test this as we go through the 3 rounds today and see if it kind of works the same way. But if I had to guess, I feel like it's RNG as to what they actually say. It's predetermined RNG, right, when you first spawn in the floor, but at the end of the day, it's probably still RNG. So, let's destroy this snubble with an earthquake, and then talk to bro here for a hint. Because I think I'm still only on the 3rd floor. All 3 of these have been pretty long. Okay, it's down. Well, that doesn't tell much because he's standing at the very top of the map, so that actually gives me 0 information. Let's talk to her and see, you know, see what we can get. What you got for me, Red? You got a Mareep? Shiest. Shout out to my moderator board. His favorite Pokemon. And actually, I could probably kill this with frustration too. Oh, maybe. I don't know how angry Donnie is today, but Mareep actually has decent bulk. Okay. At the end of the day, though, it is a baby Pokemon, so let's be real here. Alright, tell me a different direction besides... It's still down. Okay, so it's actually all the way towards the bottom. Interesting. I don't remember where I spawned in this floor. I feel like I spawned in bottom left, though. I'm pretty sure I did, and I went all the way to the right and then up. Which is kind of sus that I never saw it, but maybe that was last floor. By the way, for this, like, I don't know if there is any repels, but I never found repels the first time. But that would be the best item of all time, because I don't think I ever saw level 100s. I think, like, round 3 had Pokemon in the 90s. But, like, repels would always work, right? Because it's based on your level versus the wild Pokemon level. So, okay, it actually was down in the... Wow. I think I spawned right next to it, but I never went down. So... I don't think there is actually repels in here, but that would be, like, literally the best item to find. Huh. I got a rock slide for this. Twin Needle? Come on, man. It's gonna do... Wait, why'd that do so much? It was a crit. I was gonna say, that's gonna do, like, 0 damage, but... Actually did decent damage without a crit. Is this like a Choice Banded Beedrill or what? That was crazy. Anyway, obviously bro's gonna get smoked by a rock slide. Not a big deal here. See ya, Nestor. Alright, over to the right you say, huh? Can I get a double battle? I can't tell if that person's looking up or down. Okay, nice. This will increase the FOV quite a bit, and we get 2 more hints off this fight. It's a rich boy and a swimmer. Tyrogue and Totodile. Classic. Always got the baby Pokemon at this point. Let's see. I don't really want to EQ. Rock Slide's also not going to do much either. We'll frustrate the Tyrogue and Brick Break Totodile. I think that's enough for a double KO. I need to get rid of Totodile though before he KOs Donphan. Okay, that did 0 damage. Poliwrath, you good, bro? What? How did Brick Break do like half to a Totodile? That's crazy. You know what that means, right? It's gonna do like 30% to, Damn, I might lose Donnie here. If Brick Break's doing that little to a Totodile, it might do like 30% to Regirock, which means I'm gonna go for Surf. We live though, which is epic. Because now I can go for Hyper Potion. Although I don't really need to, right? I could just throw Camel Toe in front and see how... Because once I get out of here... Hold on, let me get these hints real quick. There's only 2 items on the floor and I can see one of them, so... Okay, they both told me about items. Oh, I'm already on floor 5, because again, my team's going to get fully healed once we get out of here, and there's no fight against Pyramid King until, okay, here's both the items. And, oh, nice, a fluffy tail to ensure I can run away from stuff. That's actually kind of clutch. So the team's going to get fully healed once we get out of the 7th floor. So I think I just push for that and save all the revives and potions. I'm not going to use them unless I absolutely have to, type thing. This thing I will barbecue with a flamethrower though, and get a little bit more vision. I didn't realize I was on floor 5. I thought I was only on the 4th floor. So we basically got 2.5 floors left, because I know the stairs. I'm gonna keep calling them the stairs because I play too much Mystery Dungeon, but I know the blue warp tile's on the right side of the map. Unless I spawned in like really far on the left side, but I say 2.5 floors because we already got the increased FOV and a hint of where the tile is, so this shouldn't take too long to find it. Famous last words, right? Alright, bro. Where is this thing? Okay, so it was like middle right then. Let's go up from here. Huh? Nice. It's always classic when you walk right into a dead end. I'm almost back to where those trainers were. What were they talking about over here on the right? It just means anywhere to the right of the position they were standing at. What? Actually? Oh, there it is. Okay, it was like just to the right of where they were. No, I wanted the double battle. Damn it. That's so much easier that way. Plus, I'm also looking for something that's kind of slow so I can click Eruption with Camerupt. I don't know if I'll outspeed this, but I'm going to try. Okay, nice. Also, this Pokemon just reminded me of something, because Meditite is infamous for always going for Protect and Detect, just to waste your PP, but that was actually a theme the first go-around in here. Very, very annoying to deal with Protect and Detect. I'll fight this kid too. But Camerupt having Eruption, you know, will... Actually, I don't even know if it's stronger than... I was going to say that it's stronger than Houndoom's Overheat, but actually it's not, because Overheat is 130 base power, and Eruption at full HP means it's full power, aka 150 base power. Oh great, bro went for Fly. But Houndoom's special attack is so much higher than Camerupt's that I don't think... I don't actually know which one would hit harder. I kind of threw it on here, and again, very important of the speed EVs to outspeed something like Registeel. Well, outspeed all 3 of them, but if I can hit Registeel with a max power Eruption, I'm gonna try that and see if it does. See if it OHKOs it, whereas Houndoom's Overheat couldn't. Okay, 2 trainers, and then okay, I was like, wait, why can't I move? Whenever I'm talking, I can't really hear my speaker over there for the in-game music. Like I can hear it, but I can't hear when like the trainer exclamation mark goes off. So I thought my controller got... I always play this game with a PS4 controller, and I thought it got disconnected. Because for a second there, I couldn't walk. I was like, what is going on? But speaking of Protect, Detect, here we go. It's already starting again. That was super annoying last go around, but to be honest, I found a couple Lepa berries and probably a half dozen ethers. So it really, bro has a focus band. That's crazy work. Okay, well that's why I got Flamethrower if you want to play that game. Magnitude 4, LOL. It's the worst one you can get, buddy. Still does way too much damage because he got a critical hit. But Flamethrower has a secondary chance to burn, which if Focus Band, you know, activates every single time, which what are the odds of that? But it could. This Geodude essentially could never die. So you got to find a way to status it, and that way, Focus Band ain't gonna save you from an after effect like burn or poison. But it does save you from getting KO'd. Oh yeah, we already know the exit's over here. Alright, there's only one more trainer. But it doesn't matter because we're on to floor 7. Let's get it. Grandma? Oh, I gotta be careful though. Last time Grandma almost took me out with, what was it, like a Hitmontop? Because look, I mean, think about it. I had the triple Dark Squad, so any kind of fighting type was gonna be a goober threat to my team. Piloswine and Poliwrath is kind of a fire combo, by the way. So things got a little dicey when Hitmontop. Grandma pulled out her Hitmontop and bro was going for, let me just double attack Piloswine to get rid of it. Bro was just spamming high jump kick, so it got a little shicey. I actually had to break one of my rules that I always go by. Oh, damn. That's a dead Camerupt. Is in the fact that I never use potions in battle. I literally had to potion up or I would have got KO'd. Or I would have lost the fight to Grandma. And it was like, it was right before getting to Brandon. Damn, 2 HP is crazy. This could also get a little weird. Okay, that's also a dead Donphan. Nice. So now Poliwrath has to 1v1 this. Interesting, actually. Well, at least I know my Poliwrath is faster, which is kind of funny because it is a brave nature. I could also test if this Poliwrath has water absorb, but it doesn't really matter, right? I just have to go for Brick Break to get rid of this guy and at least make it a 1v1, but that Poliwrath has the upper hand because it gets the first hit. Although, let's be real, mine should be way stronger. Yeah, you got Rock Tomb, that's not very effective. You can be faster than me, but my Brick Break is going to do a lot more than whatever you got. The only way this thing could hit me hard is if it goes for Dynamic Punch and confuses me. But like Focus Punch, you'll never get off because I'm going to attack every turn. And now I am slower after that. Submission is hilarious. That's actually stronger than Brick Break, but it does miss and cause recoil, so we should be good here. But I don't know. I might have to use a revive. This could get a little weird. I mean, after this fight, I'm gonna try to not, you know, break the rule that I always use, which is don't potion in battle. Bro has dig is crazy. I could Earthquake him now that I know that. You know what? A critical hit here on this dig would actually KO me, but that's okay. Let's see how hard this thing hits. It's like a modest Poliwrath. Okay, never mind. I thought there was a world where I could lose this fight, but there actually is not. although you never know with crits though. That's not a crit? Huh? Okay, that damage makes sense, but the damage from dig that made no sense right there at all. Damn, I'm gonna have to spam the pause button, by the way, to make sure I can potion before I get. Because what if there was a trainer to the left or to the right? I could have got spotted right there. And I'm gonna have to burn something. I mean, theoretically, I can get out of here without fighting anything else if I get no wild mons or trainer fights, but you know, like if I walk left or right and instantly find the blue tile, this is floor 7, but I can't really roll the dice on that because Poliwrath could get smoked. Let's be real here. Also, the wild Pokemon are going to be electric types for the most part, so this could get a little weird. Okay, the exit is to the left. Let's actually avoid that guy. Well, actually, I can't. Okay, this is actually an unavoidable double battle. Well, it is if I went around the long way, but I'm just gonna go ahead and rip this max revive. I have to. As long as there's no water types, we're chilling with Camerupt, but you know, bro folds when he sees a bubble beam. Let's fight these two though, because it is gonna give me some more vision, which I do need, but that was kind of funny that Piloswine went for Hail. Because if it didn't attack the Donphan that turn, that whole battle would have played out different. Sandslash Linoon, okay, we're good. Although Linoon gets Belly Drum. So I think I'm going to double up into that ass right now. With a Flamethrower Brick Break. Oh, no way, bro, click Tickle. What are we doing here? Out here tickling my Poliwrath. Ain't no way, bro. Whatever. This Brick Break ain't gonna do much now, but at least that's why you go for the double up, because Flamethrower will get it. Yeah, that would have OHKO'd if I didn't get tickled, but it is what it is. Crush Claw is hilarious, by the way, when you could have just went for Earthquake. Getting the defense drop is kind of annoying. And you're faster than Camerupt, so Earthquake could potentially get a double KO, but I don't think so. I'm gonna Flamethrower Surf. This is gonna get rid of Sandslash, but it just depends if like bro crits Earthquake into Camerupt. And after a Crush Claw, I think Earthquake would kill Poliwrath. Okay, we're good. Never mind. You just gotta go through all the scenarios in your head, right? Normally, you're supposed to do that before you actually click the attacks to make sure that, you know, you find your win condition and don't give your opponent one, but let's be real, we're fighting AI here, so it's kind of why I just full sent it. But obviously, if that was like a real VGC fight, you gotta go through all those scenarios. And realize that Earthquake there could have lost me the battle very easily. Alright, so we know the blue tile is somewhere in this direction. That's why I'm going this way. But that was kind of annoying to have to rip my max revive there. That would have been really nice to have in the subsequent rounds, but here we are. Jolteon's going to fold to an EQ, obviously, but the thing's way too fast. I can't try to click run. I do have the fluffy tail, but I'm also going to save that for the next couple rounds. Now, what I really want to know, too, is what's going to happen through rounds like 4 through 10. Like, what are the wild Pokemon in there? Alright. Okay. I was about to say we made it out of here, but one more Pokemon to get through. Manectric. Just go ahead and EQ this as well. I'm not going to waste my fluffy tail. And PP doesn't matter, because right after we KO this Manectric, we're out of here. You know, back to the start, on to round 2. And Pokemon get fully healed, so no reason to conserve PP anymore. That was annoying to have to burn that max revive. It is what it is. We got to talk to Bro at the top of the pyramid, and then he's going to escort us back to the start. But I don't even remember what I was going to say right there, but whatever. Something about the Manectric. Alright, let's talk to this chick, and then I'm going to update the thing on the bottom of the screen to put it onto round 2. And we get 5 more battle points, guys. Now, that thing up there, I'm not going to update it from 55 to 60 right now, because it would take me too long to update it during the recording. I always just do it after the fact. Alright, is it still poison types in round 2? Yeah, okay. So maybe it's the same thing every time. But, again, this is another reason. So you think about ground type supremacy, right? Because ground types beat all 3 of the first rounds. Electric types, owned. Poison types, owned. Fire types, owned. So, I mean, oddly enough, ground type is my favorite type of all time. But even if it wasn't, ground types are really, really good for the pyramid here. So, just something to note. Alright, we got it updated to round 2. Let's go ahead and kick it off. Right back in, buddy. Challenge, open level. Alright. Right back in. I think what I was starting to say when I was at the top of the pyramid was, now I forgot it again. I just remembered. But it had nothing to do with the Manectric. Whatever. I forgot it again. I remember when I was talking to that lady about the poison, but I was trying to read what she was saying. Anyway, let's see if we can get lucky in round 2 again with finding the tile quickly. Just gonna kind of full send it. Okay, I found the bottom left corner. Clearly. Oh, not the Gulpin. This is actually something that's slow enough where Donnie could probably run, but I also feel like I could smoke it with the frustration, so I'm gonna try. We gotta gauge the damage here a little bit. Obviously, EQ Okos, but, you know, frustration should also do the job, because Gulpin ain't that bulky. Alright, we're gonna sweep the whole left side first. Let's grab this item. Pecha. We're gonna need that this go around for sure. Now, luckily, the Reggie Trio does not spread status. Right? Oh no, okay, my bad. I take that back. Reggie Steel does have Toxic. And Reggie Ice has Ice Beam Thunder, so it can actually paralyze or freeze you, but Reggie Rock has no way to spread status. So I guess I can attach a Pecha Berry before I go fight Reggie Steel, but you know, Bro's probably not going to click Toxic anyway. He's probably going to click one of his other 3 attacks. But again, we'll talk about the team as we get closer to that fight. Alright. Oh, it's towards the bottom of the map? Okay, I'm not even going to go up any higher then. Oh. Nice. See if we can get a hint real quick here, too. Because why not? But yeah, I'm going to have to cook up something disgusting to take down Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. That's going to get interesting. That's going to be a hell of a lot harder than trying to take out the Reggie trio. But again, after I get the silver symbol today, we're going to move on to different facilities. So there's plenty of time to think about who do I want to use for that gold fight. But, you know, I'm going to keep this streak going. We'll come back. As we start off for the gold streak, we'll already have... okay, somewhere in this direction. I'm already going to have 21 floors cleared out of 70. So, it might seem like a decent start, but it's really not. Because it's basically 3 times through out of 10. It's only 30% of the way there. But it's better than nothing. Yeah, so Viper, I'm not surprised, outspeeds Donphan and Camerupt as well. We dodge the poison, though, which is nice. Because that... I don't think I ever got poison last time, actually. But I forgot how, in Gen 3, of course, poison will affect you as you're walking around. So I'm going to need a lot of Petchas. But hopefully we don't see too many Sevipers and they're more like slower poison types. That'd be nice. But I'm sure it's going to be chock full of snakes. Ooh, that's a really bad matchup for Donnie. Not good. But I know this thing will probably die to a frustration. Okay, I'm actually faster. Kind of surprised, but we'll take it. This thing's going to click Stun Spore or Poison Powder, though. Watch. I'm not even worried about the grass attack. Okay. I figured Roselia has pretty shit Fizz Def, so it would drop to that, but you never know. Okay. That's a good find. Good find. Is this the edge? No, it's not. Damn. Might be here for a while. Okay. See if we can outspeed this one. It's one level lower, so hopefully I can still outspeed it. Nice. The main reason I slapped Frustration and Double Edge onto this set, they both have a lot of PP. Obviously, like I was talking about earlier, they're not really useful for the fight. Actually, they're worthless in the fight against Brandon. Not really, because they can hit Reggie Ice, but Reggie Rock and Reggie Steel both resist. Okay, I see the blue tile. They both resist normal, so ideally I would want to hit Rock Slide like I do in this situation as well. But how do I outspeed Butterfree? That's kind of cracked. But if I'm in a situation where I don't want to miss Rock Slide against Reggie Ice, that's kind of what Frustration and Double Edge are for. But obviously Rock Slide is super effective, so it would do way more damage and I could get a flinch. I feel like going this way this time. Something's telling me it's over here on the right side. But let's hope that's correct. Oh, that's also a really bad matchup. I leveled 98? Sheesh. Why is does this have Toxic? Like, why is this even in the poison round? Oh, this is really bad. Bro's about to click Rain Dance right now as he lives Frustration, and then follow it up with a pump in the rain. Okay. I mean, that's annoying, but it's like best case scenario. It's just annoying because it's like a pointless turn. All I do is waste PP, but Bro has Dive. That's really bad. Maybe I go Poliwrath and then I try to run. But I am a Brave Nature Poliwrath, so not ideal for trying to run away from Pokemon. But I'm going to try, because Ludicolo is really not that fast either. Ah, damn. Okay, another chance to run. Nice. That's really annoying that Ludicolo is showing up, though. Okay, we kind of spawned in top right? No. Spawned in, like, top middle. I can't see shit, though, until I KO a couple Mons. I want to say that I'm eliminating the whole right side, but I'm really not, because my FOV is just not wide enough to see everything. Even when I'm, like, hugging the wall. I can see those are the last tiles there on the right. So I don't need to head off anymore to the right, but this is going to be hard until I get a couple KOs. Okay, Butterfree we can handle. This one I don't think I'm gonna outspeed. I think the other one that I clicked Rock Slide on was like level 86. But at 92, Butterfree should be faster. Yeah. Donphan's slow as hell. But with that adamant nature, as long as I connect my attacks, I'm gonna be smoking everybody in one hit. Psybeam did a shit ton. Was that a crit? I wasn't even paying attention. I feel like it was. Because that's an unstabbed Psybeam. There ain't no way it should be doing that much damage. Okay, a full restore and a couple Petchas. I like to see that. Let's fight bro here. I need some information, buddy. I'm lost. Please help. Alright, Carlo. Got the Dunsparce. It's crazy. Pretty sure Earthquake would one-shot this, right? Dunsparce, decent bulk, but I'm adamant Donphan. Let me show you the power of 372 attack. Stab EQ. Okay. Ass. Whatever. Really? I thought that would OHKO for sure. Dunsparce does have decent, you know, has decent bulk though. I'm not surprised. It's up top. Interesting. So it's like top left then, because I kind of just swept the whole top. By the way, like all of these have really bad matchup for Donphan. We gotta go for Poliwrath for a little bit. Oh, he says up, but he was down kind of low. What is Skarmory doing in here? This thing has Toxic too, but this is something I could definitely run away from. Although Poliwrath, there is a world where Poliwrath with a Brave Nature could be slower, but not this world. That guy was pretty low though, so here's what I'm gonna do, because I kind of was already in top middle. We're gonna sweep middle left and then head up to top left after, which I guess is right now, because that's the whole left side. Butterfree's annoying, but I don't even think I could OHKO with Ice Punch. But I'm gonna try. There's no way though. Like if Ice Punch was actually a physical attack, like it is in the future, that would have OHKO'd Butterfree. But Butterfree has you know better special defense than it does Phys Def. So since in this game Ice Punch is a special attack, that's why Butterfree lived that. Now I get to test about being poisoned outside of battle though. Which I'm sure it is going to tick my health. Yeah, it does. Okay. So let's go ahead and rip one of these Petchas then. If I can, ideally I could save a Petcha for the fight against Brandon. Just in case Registeel tries to Toxic me, but again, I could care less if I do get Toxic by Registeel because I'm just going to try to 2-hit KO that bastard. And if he wastes a turn poisoning me, you know, again, because I'm going to outspeed him with everything I have, like Registeel is much better off just attacking, but if it does want to waste a turn poisoning, I'll outspeed it next turn and I'll be able to 2-shot it with hopefully everybody on this team. But Registeel does have Iron Defense, so like Poliwrath would struggle. You know, like I could Brick Break it turn 1, but if it goes for Iron Defense, I'd probably have to click Surf, which might not do much. And it does have leftovers too, so. Wow, that did nothing. But also I realized my team doesn't have much of an answer for grass types either. Not good. What? It's Bright Powder? Are you shitting me? Well, Poliwrath's gonna get KO'd then. Unless I crit or freeze this Ice Punch. Or we're gonna have to go to Camerupt to finish it off. Well, I can finish it off with anybody, but I'm shy. we get the freeze. I called that shit. I'm going for Surf just to flex on him. Douche. That's what you get for running around with Bright Powder, man. Ain't no way Ice Punch should be missing. What are we doing here? This is not a hustle, Poliwrath. I have Damp. You also tell me... Oh, there's 2 more items. I gotta be really close to finding the blue tile. I don't know how I haven't seen it yet. I don't need to use this, but I... What floor am I on, actually? Floor 3, yeah, I'm on a potion. Hyper potions only do 200 as well, so I'm not even gonna get back to full, but... How I'm so confused where the blue tile is, because this is like right where I spawned at. I don't understand. Also, of course, now that I switched Poliwrath into the front, we're not seeing any more Ludicolo's. This game's trolling. I feel like I can run from this. Yeah. I'm gonna put Camerupt in front. And watch. The pineapples will start to show up now. I'll take this. That's a good find as well. Ah, there it is. Okay. You would spin like that. You're trolling right now. I was so close to stepping on that tile. Great, a swimmer. Do you actually have a water type? You do, but it's just a Slowpoke. I mean, I can't say that. Slowpoke's the GOAT, but not ideal. I guess I'll just try to two-shot it with EQ. Slowpoke has such good like Fizz Def though. I don't even know if this does two-shot. It's gonna be close. Okay, it does. Yawn? Imagine if Bro clicks Protect next turn, I'm actually gonna be salty. And lefties is crazy. 100% you're clicking Protect. Oh, Citrus. Okay, EQ still kills, but do I even want to deal with Camel going to sleep? Or do we? I mean, I don't even have a move to KO this thing with. I'd have to hard switch Donphan, who would also get boned by a water attack. Don't do it. Thank you. Okay. I feel like this definitely had Protect, just decided not to click it. that would have been really, really annoying. Alright, you're trolling, lady. Get out of here. Oh, you already know Donphan's getting that. There's no shot. I did not know items like that existed in here. Although, never mind, yes I did, because the only actual hold item I found last time was a Focus Band, which I always talk shit about that item, you know, justifiably so. Choice Band, the Quick Claw, and the Bright Powder. No, sorry, did I just say Choice Band? Hold on, let me take that back. Quick Claw, the Focus Band, and Bright Powder are the three stupidest hold items that Game Freak ever introduced. They're all cheesy, and you know, most of the time are banned in competitive for good reason. Because that just makes this game completely like luck based, and there's you take all skill out of Pokemon battles if you allow those three items. Okay, off to the left. So I've always hated the oh, that was easy. Let's fight her too. I've always hated all three of those items, and that was actually the one hold item I found last time was the Focus Band. And even though I hate it, you know, with the team that I had, the hyper offensive team that I had last time, I actually did throw it on one of my Pokemon, I think Cacturne actually, to hopefully give myself a better chance at beating Brandon. But you know what? I deserve to hold that L because I used the Focus Band, so if I find it again, I will not use it. I will put that Choice Band on Donphan though, don't get it twisted. Because that's the only mon I have that has all physical attacks. I didn't even ask her for a hint, but it works out. We're having the same luck here on round 2 like I did last time. But Poliwrath and Camerupt are both mixed attackers, so I don't want to choice lock them. But I will choice lock myself into Earthquake and get smoked by Reggie Ice if I have to, because then I would not be able to Rock Slide it. But it is what it is. I'll take that trade-off. I think what I'd probably do is lead Poliwrath to surf the Reggie Rock, and because Reggie Rock has Explosion, right? We need to troll that thing with not letting it explode. Because Explosion, I think, will OHKO Camerupt and maybe Donphan. Because I'm really, like, offensively invested in Donphan. Of course. Scary Face is hella annoying, too. Do I really care what this thing goes for? I actually don't. I'm just going to Flamethrower it. What are you, Lychee Berry? Or Slack? Lychee, probably. Yeah. I feel like he's just going to click Dragon Rage for 40 damage, though. Brick Break. That might even do... No, it'll do more than 40 because of the Lychee. Yeah. Alright, bro. Bagon's out here doing half with a Brick Break at +1. That's crazy. Anyway, we're on the 6th floor. I'm going to try to conserve potions and see if I can just get out of here. without using potions or revives. There's 4 other trainers, and we're starting on the right side. I see the blue tile. Everybody was surrounding it. Trying to block that tile. Okay, now we're starting in top left. I always gotta tell myself that to remember. Just for no reason, let me see the blue tile right now. Come on, baby. Quick round 3. What is this guy doing in here? Oh, this is the poison round. That's right, that's right. This is back in the day, right, when Gengar still has Levitate, so I gotta click Flamethrower. Unfortunately, bro does not take damage from EQ. That's why Gengar fell off, though, man. Doesn't have it in later gens. Alright, Gengar's out here being toxic, but you know what? I'm not even gonna waste a berry on Camerupt. I'm gonna leave it out here. I'm gonna take the poison damage until Cammy goes down, and then just put Poliwrath in front or something. Because this is floor 7. So we're just gonna hope for the best. Alright, now we're on the far right side. Bob and Weave the Hex Maniac. I'm so shiced I don't even need a hint. I'm gonna find this on my own. We're not here looking for free handouts, man. I want to get the job done organically. But I will probably take out all the wild Pokemon just to, well, I'm going to be too slow to run away. Of course. Look who decides to show up. You know what? I'm going to click Earthquake in case he goes for Dive again. 10,000 IQ play right here. I still think he's going to go for Dive. Might not even have Pump. I'm just going to spam EQ until I get KO'd. He knows. I mean, Earthquake still damages it, right? But it would do more if he dives underwater. That's decent damage, actually. But again, the moment I try to click Flamethrower, he's gonna hide underwater. He's doing everything in his power not to click Dive, though. He's going for every other move he has. But I guess you drop to the next EQ anyway, so... Oh, that's so close. But bro clicked Protect, Rain Dance, and Toxic, even though I'm already poisoned. Now he probably protects. Damn it, I don't live another poison. Jackass. Whatever. At this point, I'm still going to take him out, though. He might have Swift Swim, so I will click Earthquake with Poliwrath. I mean... Well, yeah, Swift Swim to go faster and then dive underwater before. So because of that, I'm actually going to click... I could have hit no to try to run away, but I want the increased FOV. But I'm going to click Earthquake here in case he dives underwater. Rain Dance is funny. Obviously, this is the worst move to click against Ludicolo. My other 3 attacks will do more damage, but, you know, based on his HP range, I should have taken it out anyway. Alright. We could fight the old man, but let's see, let's see. I really don't want to have to waste any more potions, though. Ooh, good thing I have Rock Slide on Donnie here. This thing definitely lives frustration. This last floor is going to be so annoying, bro. Okay, we hit Rock Slide, which is good. That should probably OHKO Crobat. I'm always worried about trying to connect a Rock Slide. Oh, really? At least now I can click Frustration, but not so fast, the game says. Alright, bro. Come on. This game's trolling so hard right now. I want to save resources, but I guess, you know, there's only so much you can do to ensure that happens. So I'm gonna stay in and just keep clicking Frustration. It is whatever. Okay. I snap out. Nice. But obviously, if I get in a sticky situation, we're going to have to use revives and potions, but... As now it's, you know, it's getting really close. After the next fight, it's basically just going to be Poliwrath by himself. So hopefully I can find the thing real quick. But Donphan probably goes down to whatever this is, yeah. Level 90, wasn't the other one 92? So maybe... I don't remember, but maybe... Oh, he's going to flinch me. You're so annoying. Okay. We dodge the flinch and we connect Rock Slide. Shiest. Donphan in the clutch, baby. Come on. Okay. I think the other one might have been lower level. But again, I'm going to stay in. Okay, we actually get the KO. Nice. I was going to say, if I get flinch with Bite right there, and it was Jover, I would have died to poison. I'm still going to. It's just a matter of time, but depending on what kind of information I can get, I might just hope Poliwrath can do it on his own. Come on, baby. No. Go away. Alright. What is this? Oh, that's so bad. Again, I think it's just clicking EQ, though. Is it? This guy doesn't even have a grass move, does he? Of course. I think it's just Rain Dance, Dive, Protect, and Toxic. Well, I mean, I know those are the 4 moves I've seen on Ludicolo. I don't know if there's more than 4 moves in the move pool, but we catch him on the dive, which is funny. Oh, it doesn't work? What? It only works for Dig, I guess. Oh, whatever. I thought it still worked for dive too, but that makes sense. Ish. Not really. Alright. No. Damn it. Alright, Poliwrath. Now, if this guy pulls out Solar Beam or Giga Drain, we're actually cooked, but I don't think he's going to have it. It does have Toxic, though, which is annoying. And it looks like I'm going to have to burn resources after this fight. I could also just try to run away. I don't know why I didn't try that. If this does less than half, I'll try to run. Alright, I'm going to take it out then. Because he's just going to go for Protect right here, so that's why I was thinking about running away. If that did less than half, but yeah, I knew that was coming. But, you know, by the time you go for Rain Dance or whatever stupid thing you're going to try to do next turn, like, yeah, you just died to Brick Break, so... Damn, I might actually have to use my full restore on Poliwrath. Unless the FOV increases and I can see the blue tile right after this fight, I probably do rip the full restore. Damn. I only have one of them. It kind of sucks to have to use it in this situation, but kind of has to be done based on where I was at there. I've also swept like a decent portion of the floor. Kind of like a good chunk of the right side and also like the whole bottom. This is also a really bad matchup for Poliwrath. I kind of want to use the fluffy tail, I ain't gonna lie. Because I don't even think Surf is a 2-shot. And obviously he takes 0 damage from these. And this is lower BP than Surf and not Stab, so Surf is by far and away my best option, but let's see if it 2-shots, but I'm gonna get poisoned again. There's no way to avoid it. And Bro could also have like a Confuse Ray as well, which is another thing I was thinking about, which will make this very annoying, but the Surf 2-shot, okay, it does. That's fine then, we'll fight it. But now things are getting a little shiesty now that I'm poisoned again. I might have to rip another Petch. Not yet, but like after the next battle probably. Okay, that's the top left corner, so it's not there. And I can see all the way to the top row now. So I think it's actually in the middle. Because now here's the top right. Okay, so it's actually in the middle. Where in the middle? I don't know. But I'm really rolling the dice here with this being my last Mon. Surf 2-shots, but like, does this idiot have Protect too? Shadow Punch, that's not gonna do that much, because it's a physical attack. Gengar has base 65 physical attack. This would be a lot more threatening if he actually had a special attack like Thunderbolt or Psychic to hit me super effectively, but if it's just got dual stab with Ghost Poison, that doesn't do anything, because, again, terrible physical attack stat. But now if I get spotted by a trainer, I probably wipe. But again, I'm so damn close to finding that tile. I'm so close. And then we're back to the start. I have a Lumberry, so I'll go ahead and just rip the last Petch. I also really need a Hyper Potion. But I'm so close to finding it, man. Alright, what is this? That's like the worst thing I could have found, actually. I know that tile's like right here. It has to be. Oh, another item. I'm gonna check that. That'll determine a lot. I could use the fluffy tail. I'm using too many resources, man. I'm on the last freaking floor too. I think I'm gonna throw this thing at Gengar. Get it out of my face, man. What is this? Oh, there's the blue tile. Okay. Really, it was kind of in the bottom right. I think I saw this chick before too, actually. We have to dodge. We might lose a 1v1. Shiest. Okay. Bro. Jeez, man. Oh, now I remember what I wanted to say when I was here last time. That I was just going to say that I'm not going to read this text again because I did read it last time, but we'll read it when we go fight Brandon at the end of round 3, but that's what I wanted to say. For some reason, I spaced it twice. But that's kind of why I just mashed through that text right there, because it is kind of shiest. It's like, dude has reached the tippity top of the mountaintop. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the silver symbol, so I read it last time. We're not doing it again. Alright. Let me update the text on the bottom of the screen to say round 3. Boom. And let's go for it. Now, is this going to be fire types again? Open level. Yeah, okay. So we have 3 Pokemon that can hit fire type super effectively. The only problem is all 3 of my Mons are kind of slow. Poliwrath being the fastest, but you know, it is what it is. Getting burnt will be annoying because it'll hurt the power of Earthquake. But I don't care. I'm full sending it. Oop. I hit confirm. I was trying to go to up and around. Alright. Yes. Get me in there, man. Come on. I'm getting that. I will not be denied by that silver symbol. I'm getting that. By the way, I don't know why it always makes you pick the order when you can just switch it when you're in there. It's I guess you're just registering the 3 Mons. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Normally the order does matter in like different facilities, right? But in this, I could just switch the position that I just selected if I wanted to. So it's kind of weird, but really what you're doing there is just selecting 3 Pokemon. Oh yeah, they also got intimidating fire types. That's right. Whatever. It is nice that I did not have to use any of my ethers the first 2 rounds. Or ethers or Lepa berries, you know, PP restoring items. So it's pretty free to sit here and just spam EQ. Even if I use all 16, I'll just oh, I could also slap the choice band on him. Should I do that now? Like, is there anything that's gonna have knockoff in here? I doubt it. Choice band will help to counter the intimidate drops. It'll do more than that. It'll ensure I OHKO every fire type. I want this item, bro. Let me get it. I could kill like 13 Vulpixes with a single EQ because I'm choice banded. You remember in like Pokemon X and Y when they had horde battles and you see 5 Pokemon at once? Okay, I'll still OHKO, but that's very annoying. When you would see like 5 Pokemon at once, that was a good way to EV train in X and Y, but imagine showing 5 Vulpixes on the screen, they would just drop to a single EQ. Even through the burn, man, I don't care. That's right, I should have brought a Guts Pokemon. I was thinking about that last time. But we can heal the burn, so it's no big deal. Plus I have Lumberry too. I'm not gonna heal I'm just gonna run around burnt the whole time though, because what's the point of healing the burn when I'm just gonna get burnt again, you know what I mean? There's really no point. But now with my attack cut in half from being burnt, plus now a 1.5 additional 1.5 drop from Intimidate. I don't know if a Bandit EQ... I mean, I feel like it still does kill, but... Stab super effective, 372 attack. Yeah. But we'll never know, because I got a crit. But this Donphan, instead of having 372 attack, it now has, like... I don't know, 120? After burn plus Intimidate. That's really, really bad. But, because they're baby Pokemon in Growlithe and Vulpix, it's still enough to OHKO. Why is that chick standing right there? I feel like her vision is just completely shut off. That's really weird. She was like trapped by that wall right there. Oh, we got spotted. Alright, old man's talking about smelling things. I don't know what's going on here, but we're gonna EQ the shit out of his team. Of course you have a water type. That's really annoying. Do I bother or do I just go Poliwrath? Again, I don't have water absorb, but I can two-shot it with Brick Break and at least resist the water attacks. Because I don't think there's no way Donphan Okos this with EQ. And honestly, might not even two-shot because I'm burnt, but I feel pretty confident I still would, but I think two-shotting with Brick Break is a better play. Assuming this does... Oh, not the accuracy drops, bro. That's the worst thing I could have got. Okay, we hit the first one. Does this do over half? It should, but I don't know. Okay, barely. Now, how many attempts until we hit the second one? At -2 accuracy. Come on, Poliwrath. Damn it. Poliwrath, lock it in, man. Focus. -3 accuracy. Don't care. Still hitting, especially after a crit. Okay. Okay. Never mind. We're going down to -4 accuracy. This guy's trolling so hard. But it is what it is because, okay, I'm going back to hit him with an EQ. Pissing me off. At least reset the accuracy drops from Donphan, but clearly he's just going to keep spamming Mud Slap. So I'll try to hit one at -1. If not, we just go hard back into Poliwrath. Because I think now he probably goes Mud Shot. Stronger attack. Alright, we hit the EQ though. This should take it out. But let's see. What a troll this Marsh Stomp was. At least we'll get a hint here on floor 2. That's not bad. Okay. Down bottom. X attack. Again, you're trolling. I would never use those items in battle, so those are pointless to find. Just like the dire hit. But we're already getting shat on, and it's only floor 1. So this is not a great start. But all the, all the hyper potions and stuff like that, I'm not going to use them in the fight against Pyramid King Brandon, so might as well just spam them now. If I can keep a couple, for the future runs in round 4 and onward, that'd be cool, but not 100% necessary. Alright. Bro said it was down this way. Which is decent information, but he seemed like he was pretty high up there. That was kind of like the top. So it actually doesn't help. Damn, there's a lot of items on this floor. Alright, we get that potion right back, which is nice. And I guess I might as well start with bottom right. Since I'm here. And we'll sweep back to the left. But again, he was up pretty much at the top, so that doesn't really help. Saying that the blue tile was down below his position, Really what I should have done was talk to Grandma, or fight Grandma, and then get a hint from her. But something tells me she would have just told me how many items or how many trainers were left on the floor. So. Also, now with multiple Ross berries, I could rip one, but again, I'm not going to because I'm just going to get Will-O-Wisp again. Donphan's too slow. He's just going to keep getting burnt over and over again. This thing is bulkier, but it's also 4x weak to Earthquake, so probably still gets O-Code. Finding a choice band was crazy, though, like, actually. I was pretty pumped about that. Because, let's be real, if I didn't have it, Mad Cargo would have lived that EQ, probably. Because of the burn. Bro, where is this tile? This is still floor 1. I'm all the way back in the left corner where I started. Alright, well, it's gotta be middle, or middle right, then. Because I started in bottom left, and I went upwards. This is the longest floor 1 of all time, but you know what? It's alright, because we're going to make up for it with a quick 3rd and 4th floor. I'm feeling it. That's my prediction right here. And hopefully that does happen, because I'm starting to get really hungry. I need to get some breakfast in me. That's alright. We gotta push on through, baby. At this point, we fought so many damn Pokemon, I almost had max FOV right there. It's crazy. Do I need a potion, Donnie? Yeah, but I'm not going to. Type thing. Alright. Quick tile, man. Come on, come on. Let's go. Alright, Vulpix is fine. It will hurt pretty bad with another flamethrower here, but it's whatever. Oh, I outspeed this one. Okay, nice. I didn't outspeed the last Vulpix, and that was why I got burnt on floor 1. But this one we do outspeed. We'll take it. A little bit better vision here. Okay, I definitely spawned at the top. I think that was like top middle, probably. Or like upper right corner, but I think I'm gonna fight bro here. Even though I'm burnt and at half HP, it's gotta be done, man. I need some information. Venomoth, okay. I think I can still OHKO with Rock Slide. Actually, I'm very confident about that. And I can't get hit with Sleep Powder or no bullshit because I'm already burnt. Ooh, that's gonna hurt though. But it's not stab, so I live. I hope. Oh, easy money, man. I can live another one even if I miss Rock Slide. But we hit, and that's a dead moth. Good, because this is the most threatening Pokemon in... Okay, you actually lived that pretty easily. That's crazy. Well, now I don't live. But this is the most threatening Pokemon in Purity Forest, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. We gotta go Camerupt, though, and risk a Sleep Powder next turn. But obviously this is another Giga Drain here. We'll smoke his pack with a flamethrower, but... Are you kidding me with the crit? You're annoying. Whatever. The only thing to worry about here is getting put to sleep. Okay. We're good off that. That's gonna hurt a lot, but... obviously gonna live it and KO back with the flamethrower. But damn, that guy rinsed my team and it's gonna cost me 2 more Hyper Potions, but... It is what it is. It's gotta be done. Alternatively, I could let Donphan die and just revive it. Because that is one way to heal the burn. Not super necessary, but it's a free way to heal the burn. I could revive it and then Hyper Potion it, so I think I'm going to do that. I will Potion Camel Toe now, though. There's no reason not to. I get back to full, but... Donphan being that low and burnt, what's the point? Oh, I need a hint. Okay, thanks, buddy. What's the point of using a Hyper Potion on Donnie when he is burnt, right? Damn, hella Rossberries, though. No, I'm not going to use one yet. That's 3 Rossberries, though. At this point, it's better to, like... Because Hyper Potion wouldn't even put him back to full, right? It's better to let it get KO'd eventually, and then revive it and Hyper Potion it, because I won't be burnt anymore. Alright, so bro is kind of in the bottom left corner, and he said the exit was to the right, so... It still helps. I don't have to check top left, but... It doesn't help that much. And I think I spawned in top middle-ish. But the tile theoretically could be like in the middle. Because I didn't really check that. Like kind of, but not really. It's okay, it's not in the bottom right there. So let's go all the way to the top right and then head back towards like the top middle. There's an item up here. That actually could have been a bicyclist. No, it's an item. I can only see the bottom of it. I thought it might have been a bicycle. Let's just eliminate all the... Okay, that's the top right. So it is just kind of like dead center-ish. Yep. So I actually spawned in pretty close to it, but just went right around it for some reason. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Grandma's back for revenge. This time she ain't gonna have a Hitmontop, though. She's gonna have a grass type to smoke my team. Never mind. This thing ain't smoking nothing. Trash Pokemon. It will be annoying if it lives Rock Slide, though, and then clicks Protect as I click Frustration next turn. But it is what it is. You're 4x weak to Rock. You should... Of course you don't die. What do you got, a Salac? Lychee, I guess, actually. Yeah, that makes sense. Because Bug and Flying are both physical. Please don't have it. Oh, I'm banded. No! Alright, fine. This thing might get the boost off Silverwind, but who cares? You still can't even touch Camel Toe. You are at +1 attack, which is kind of shice, but it don't matter. Air Slash is not a, you know, didn't get invented till Gen 4, so we don't have to worry about getting flinched down by this thing, but I did forget about Wish, but who cares? You still died a Flamethrower. Alright, see ya. Okay, well, we'll bring Donnie back right now. Saved a Rostberry, but again, I have 3 of them, so don't really need them for the rest of this run, but well, I mean, I will, because I will get burnt again, being as slow as I am. 4 remaining trainers, okay. I might also lead off with somebody else. I guess, why am I not leading with Camerupt? What am I doing? I just thought about that. Because Camerupt can't get burnt, right? It's a fire type. And I also have EQ. I mean, the reason I'm doing it is because Donphan's EQ is 10 times stronger than Camerupt's, but Camerupt can't get burnt. I'm kind of trolling with that. Anyway, I'm kind of just walking across. This is the very top right there. At least I think. Maybe the moment I switch out Donphan, right? Classic game. What is stronger between my attacking stats, actually? Oh, okay, I put a lot of physical attack in this. So Earthquake does more damage than Flamethrower. Eruption does more, but I'm gonna get outsped, so that's why Medichamp's here. It has to have some way to spread burn. This should kill, right? What a troll. Anyway. But that's funny, though. The second I switch out Donphan from the lead, we see our first non-fire type Wildmon. Let me confirm this is actually the top of the map, because I don't know that. This is just right where I spawned in, but yeah, okay, I thought it was. I didn't even have to move up. The increased FOV confirmed that. Alright, now that's the top left corner. Okay. Okay, that's better. Give me all the fire types here. Ain't no way you're taking an EQ, buddy. Well, there is a way. My cargo is bulky as hell and Camerupt's not very strong, but I did put a lot of investment into physical attack. That's why my physical attack stat is higher than special attack. Alright, Goggles. I'm about to come down and fight you. I need to know the direction of the stairs, brother. I don't allow Pokemon to thrash. Well, good for you. I don't remember asking, but okay, buddy. As you're wearing the thrashing pants there. Croconaw, this actually does learn Thrash. You're trolling. And of course, that's the Pokemon when I lead this. Croconaw can't touch Poliwrath, though. What are you gonna have? Bite, Ice Punch, Surf, Mega Kick? What if it actually has Thrash, and this guy just said he doesn't allow Thrash? Although, that's why he has... Mega Kick actually does decent damage. Makes sense he has Mega Kick over Thrash. But, I'm pretty sure the Totodile line... Oh, shit, he's got Ace? What? That's intense. Kind of take it like a boss, though. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna do more than that. But I'm pretty sure this evolution line does learn Thrash, so that's actually pretty funny he said that. And then pulls out a Croconaw. Anyway, Poliwrath barely survives a 1v1. And thankfully that was not a Feraligatr. Although it will be in subsequent rounds. Dude, when I go for gold, this is going to be so hard. I actually have to get a good team. Both trainers so far just told me about the other trainers, and I have no more potions. Oh, I have one, but I'd rather save that. Well, this is getting a little sketchy. Because again, we don't even get to full heal before the silver medal fight, right? Well, I only do if I have enough potions, but this is going to be a little sketchy. That's one way I lose to the Reggies, right? If I'm not at full HP to take hits from them, because they do actually hit. They hit decently hard. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, we'll take Mad Cargos. I need to check the bottom right corner before I go back up. But the stairs are either going to be in the middle of the room or middle right or top right kind of thing. Because we spawned in top middle, and then we went top left, middle left, and bottom left. Well, that bottom middle, we're now in the bottom right corner, but I need to see all the way in the corner. Okay. So it's either in the middle, top right, or middle right. Those are the last 3 areas. I feel like it's going to be somewhere on the right and just surrounded by every trainer on the floor. But this is not good. I have to use my last potion on Poliwrath because bro's basically dead, but that's the thing. I don't have to. I can get a hit off against Regirock and just go down. Then come in, revenge with Camerupt. Camerupt also does have magma armor, right? So he can't get frozen by Regice's Ice Beam. But this is going to be interesting depending on how long it takes me to get there. Resource management is becoming an issue here. I have to check to see if this is a potion. Damn it, I got spotted. I need to check all Pokeballs that I see now. They're probably going to be X attacks for the most part, but oh, you actually have level 100. Actually, I think that Crocodile was 100 too. I don't remember. EQ does more damage, as we now know. Whenever there's neutral hits between EQ, Flamethrower, EQ is the play. Still not enough to get rid of Porygon though. As long as damn, that does a lot, bro. As long as I find one more potion, I think I'll be okay. But hey, I mean, here's basically how the fight's gonna go down, right? Poliwrath. Well, if Poliwrath is at full HP, it can definitely 1v1 Regirock. But if it's not at full HP, then I lose the 1v1 to Regirock. But that's okay. I soften it up enough where Camerupt can come out, finish off Regirock. And then I hope Regice would come in next, but it probably wouldn't. But I guess if you're looking at a Camerupt and you're that guy, you have to figure out who would you send in, right? Because Camerupt can hit Regice and Registeel for super effective with just fire damage on both of them. So I guess if Regice with the moveset of Ice Beam, Amnesia, Thunder, Rest, he might go to Registeel because it has EQ, Metal Claw, Toxic, and Iron Defense. But what I'm... Oh, he hit the HJK. Bro, I'm taking so much freaking damage here. This is bad. One of these 2 items has got to be a potion, bro. Okay, there's the tile, too. Thank you. I need to use that right now on Camerupt, actually. But basically, I need Camerupt for Regice. I guess if Poliwrath loses the 1v1 to Regirock, I could go Donphan. But Donphan guarantees that Regice comes out next. I could still hit it with a Bandit EQ. And then if I would probably get one shot by Ice Beam, let's be honest. I could go into Camerupt to revenge Regice, and then that makes it a 1v1 between Camerupt and Registeel. Which Camerupt can live EQ, like Houndoom couldn't. I need to check this before moving on though. Okay, that's fine. That's also another strategy I could go for, is to let my low HP Pokemon die and then just revive them back at half HP. Like, I could keep fighting wild Pokemon and let them die on the 7th floor once I find the blue tile. That's a play. I'm pretty sure, by the way... No. That last floor I was going to say I spawned right next to the stairs, but... I can't remember if I fought that nerd that was right next to the blue tile. Oh, this is getting dicey, baby. This is getting interesting here. Well, let's keep going down this way then, since I'm here. I was gonna go top right, probably where the stairs are, but oh, I was basically in the top right. Okay. So I still have one more potion in bag, but this is gonna be interesting. If it takes me a while to find him, oh, I forgot Clops was in here. This guy's so damn slow though. Couldn't I just run away? I also feel like I could 2-shot with Flamethrower, and of course they put Bro in here because he's got Will-O-Wisp. That makes sense, but how bulky, but he does have pressure, which is very annoying. All right, this Bro's confused. What are you doing going for Will-O-Wisp against my camel, man? You can't burn the camel toe. Dumbass Dusclops. Alright. So Dusclops might actually be free. FOV vision increase. I gotta remember that. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Clutch, clutch, max revive, and another hyper potion's really good. Okay, now we got 2 hypers and a max revive. I do have a couple of regular revives too, but that's not something I want to see here. Especially if it decides to blow up. From this range, is Eruption stronger than Flamethrower? I don't know. Oh, you know what? I might as well try, because I bet you it's similar to the power of Flamethrower. So just in case it's still a little bit stronger, I'm going to try to Oko this Weezing. Because if Bro blows up, I think I get one shot. Again, Explosion, damn it. Explosion and Self-Destruct are so broken back in Gen 3. Well, really for like the first few generations of Pokemon. It still might have been broken in Gen 4. I forget when they kind of brought those back down to Earth, but... for some reason, like the super high BP of those moves would just made them broken. We don't need to fight her. There's also somebody up here. Oh, she sniped me from deep. Alright, well maybe we get a hint about the stairs from her. What do you got? Wigglytuff? Okay. I'm tired of seeing water types that I've had my camel in the front, but this is something I can handle. In the back of my mind, though, as I'm going through this, I'm still thinking about saving resources for, this is a roll, by the way, if it's actually going to KO or not. But I'm also trying to conserve resources for the subsequent runs, right? Because this is only the 3rd time through, and we got to make it to round 10 for the gold fight. So, never in doubt that I'm going to win against Brandon today for the silver symbol. I guarantee you that's going to happen. But the thing is, I'm trying to set myself up for success as I got to go through this 7 more times to get to round 10 for the gold fight, so... I'm trying to conserve resources, but at the end of the day, this is an all-hands-on-deck situation, as we need to, there's one more item on the ground, okay. Shit, there's more trainers everywhere, apparently. I would like to conserve some resources, you know, a couple potions, couple revives for the next go-arounds, but we gotta focus on the main mission, which is getting that silver symbol. So I gotta stop thinking too much about conserving when this is gonna take an hour and a half for that HP bar to go down, isn't it? Because we got to make sure we win, right? What? How did that only do half? Huh? Actually, oh, and you have lefties is crazy. Or is this a Shell Bell? That's lefties. Wait, how did EQ do half to Chansey? What are you talking about? I should have easily OHKO'd it. This has to be like bold 252 defense. There's no way. Because Eviolite doesn't exist yet. That's crazy right there. Oh, that could be a double battle. Okay, they both tell me just about items on the ground. It's a double battle against Grandma and Grandpa. Do I even take this? I just run the risk of them having fast Pokemon. But I would definitely get a hint about the stairs, and I would get a massive increase to my FOV. But if they both have fast Pokemon, then it's basically a double OHKO turn 1 for them, and Donphan has to 1v2 them with Earthquake. I only have 2 regular revives, because I was going to say, I could try to fight wild Pokemon until I get KO'd, and use both these revives. Oh, this is not good. I really want to fight them, but I'm going to walk around the other way and see if I get KO'd first by a wild Pokemon. If I do, it's okay, because then I can just revive. Oh, this got dicey all of a sudden. See, Ninetales can kill me with a Flamethrower. Hopefully it's like just goes for Will-O-Wisp for no reason. But yeah, you go Flamethrower. Okay. Oh, I live is crazy, and I can't get burnt. Okay. I mean, it's whatever. I would have went to Donphan to kill it with Earthquake, because I kind of want to revive Camel Toe, right? That's how I'm gonna get more HP back. But I would have got Donphan burnt. It's whatever. Okay, never mind. We found the thing. Oh, geez, man. Well, let's just keep going. I guess, you know, if I have to bring it back with a revive, it is what it is. Okay, we're on floor 5 already. Never mind, we're on floor 6. Okay. Alright, Rossberry's cool, but I already had a few. Wow. That was a quick 5. We needed that really badly. Every battle has a smell? Yeah, you probably smell too, buddy. Now shut up and... I was gonna say give me your cash, but that's not how it works in this. Give me some increased visibility here. Should I click Eruption for like -3 damage right now? Or what? That would be funny. No, I'm glad I'm faster. But I figured I would be after the last Porygon that we saw. Because we outsped that one too with Camerupt. Icy Wind is funny. Alright. Just in case this is a speed tie situation and I won the speed tie, I was going to say I can go to Donphan, but Donphan and Camerupt have the exact same speed stat. So I know for a fact that Poliwrath will be faster. And we'll just take it out with a Brick Break. I was going to say, imagine that was a Slackberry. We'd just be cooked. Alright. So we end up getting what we want, which is a revive onto Camerupt to get some more HP back. Saves a Hyper Potion. And hopefully this guy gives me a hint about the stairs. Nice. Okay. No. Not the max revive. Where's... Okay, here they are. Okay. Not bad, not bad. If I can keep Choice Banded Donphan at full health, that's going to be really, really clutch. Because he should be the MVP of the fight. But again, see, okay. I can't lock myself into... Well, I'm going to lock myself into Earthquake for the fight. But if I do it, then I can't Rock Slide Regice. I just remembered about that. Regice was the biggest problem the first time around, and it's still going to be the biggest problem in this next attempt. But if Poliwrath is healthy enough to 1v1 Regirock, that goes a long way if Ice comes out next, because Regice has Thunder, so it should come out before Registeel. And assuming, so last time it hit Thunder and O-Code Crawdaunt, but maybe this time Poliwrath can dodge Thunder. If that happens, the fight's easily over. Poliwrath might sweep. Because I probably two-shot Regice with Brick Break. Nice, we found it. Okay, floor 7, here we go. Right? Yeah. Okay. Alright, that's probably middle left. Well, it was kind of like top left, but I didn't get all the way to the top left is the problem. Okay. Not too worried about that unless you flinch me with Bite, but I hope you just have Crunch. That'd be better. That actually might KO me, I don't know. No. There's no way. Does a shit ton of damage and might force me to use my last revive, but... Well, no, I have a max revive too, that's fine. Because again, I can't use revives or potions against Brendan. You can, but I won't let myself do it. I'm just trying to get to the fight with all 3 Pokemon at full health. That's my goal. It's not going to be easy to do, considering what I have in the bag. But if that's a potion or a max revive, that'll go a long way. Damn, well, actually, I might live in overheat from this one. It's only at 93. Oh, there's no PP left for that move. Okay. I should definitely live Flamethrower then, right? Based on where I was. Okay, not definitely, but barely. I would have got smoked by overheat. Bro might actually live Rock Slide because it's not stab, but Houndoom has like the worst Fizz Def of all time. It's up there with Alakazam, or I guess down there with Alakazam, right? Okay, what is this? Another Rossberry. That's fine. At this point, I could just attach these to, I got 5 Rossberries. I could attach them to, what's his face? The Choice Banded Donphan, but I'll just use him if he gets burnt. Okay. Another Houndoom, so obviously I'm gonna get KO'd here, but then we go into Donphan for the EQ. And he does have bite. That's more annoying than if it actually just had crunch. Alright, we're on floor 7, baby. We're almost there. Come on. I'll use my ethers and shit later, but this is gonna probably do like over half, by the way. That's a strong just about. Damn. This is the situation I was trying to avoid, right? Because I wanted to keep Donphan. I think I Hyper Potion him and just go with Poliwrath. Apparently there's gonna be Houndooms everywhere here. I gotta use my last regular revive on Camerupt. But now, like, I only have 2 Hyper Potions, right? And I do have a max revive as well. So there's, if I find the blue tile quickly, I can get everybody back to full. I would just have to let Poliwrath get KO'd and then max revive him. But this is bad. Well, I guess if Camerupt takes any more damage, I can't even get it back to full with Hyper Potions. I can get it back to full from this range, but not after it takes more damage. Unless I find another potion or max revive, there's actually no way for everybody to be healthy at the fight. Because there's no way I can avoid every other wild Pokemon from this point out. So what do I do against Houndoom? Do I throw Poliwrath out there and then give it a Rostberry and just let it Brick Break Houndoom? Because Houndoom is going to go for Will-O-Wisp or Overheat or Bite. But I resist Overheat and Bite. So I think Poliwrath is the best. But I mean, I get outsped and I'll get KO'd the first time around. But I could bring him back with that max revive. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. I don't think I can get everybody to full health for Brandon's fight. Like, Brick Break is obviously going to O-call these guys, but I think I died to Bite, right? Damn. I bet you it didn't do much more than that, though. Alright, that's fine. Because, see, now one of these two has to take a hit right here, and I won't be able to get back to full with the potions. I don't know. I'm going to have to see if I find any more on the floor, but... Oh, I'm out of E. I forgot to do the thing for EQ. Oh, this is really bad. Okay, at least I hit the Rock Slide, though, and I didn't flinch off Bite, but Rock Slide doesn't even OHKO Houndoom. It's pathetic. I think that actually KOs me, too. I lived. Damn, I didn't flinch and I hit both Rock Slides. Oh, we're in such a bad spot now. Such a bad spot. Because I only have 1 max revive. I have to use it on Poliwrath. I could use both Hyper Potions on Camerupt. But then that's all Donphan has, so he, of course he's going to get smoked by Ice Beam. I still think he would at full, though, so it's actually not a big deal. Let's use 1 Hyper Potion on Camerupt and save the last one, but... I think Donphan not being at full is actually okay. I'm not happy with it, but I don't have a choice. I'm going to have to use the last Hyper Potion on one of the other 2. I don't have a choice. Alright, Houndooms we can handle now that Poliwrath is back. I'll OHKO them all with Brick Break. I'm trolling on... Overheat's going to hurt, but I don't give a shit. That's the best thing Houndoom can do, that's why he's going for it, but... I'm trolling, by the way, not using an Ether on Camerupt's EQs. I'm not waiting to do it, I just keep forgetting, so I gotta remember to do it right after this. This is the 7th floor from hell right now. But I've fought so many Houndooms, and look at that FOV already. Alright, Camerupt, Earthquake. Okay. I don't think I've fought any trainers yet, though, so I don't actually have any hints. I'm just kind of going for it, and if we keep seeing nothing but Houndooms, this is actually pretty easy. I'm gonna get max FOV. It's gonna like I have the HM for Flash. And I guess Poliwrath is a good counter to Houndoom. These overheats are annoying as shit, though. Like, one more of those, I'm going to need the Hyper Potion to get back to full. If I take 2 more overheats, I won't even be able to get back to full with Poliwrath. But it's okay, because Regirock actually can't OHKO me as long as I'm close to full. And I'll be able to 2-shot Regirock. Then it just depends on it, you know. Regice would have to come out next. It would have to. Dude, there's Houndooms like every 5 steps. This is getting annoying. But at the end of the day, it's going to let me see everything, so it is what it is. This is actually really annoying, though. There's so many wild Pokemon. Alright, Bite's way better as long as I don't flinch, but I did. And yeah, that's why I didn't want to use that last Hyper Potion, because we need it for Poliwrath. Oh, I'm getting trolled so hard. If I'm at half, Regirock might be able to finish off Poliwrath. Again, he can't explode, so the other 3 attacks are Superpower, EQ, Ancient Power, and it has a freaking Quick Claw, so I won't OHKO it with Surf, there's just no way. And if he gets the Quick Claw on turn 2, then he actually 1v1s Poliwrath, and then I'm kind of cooked at that point. Alright, I saw a trainer up there. I also have no choice but to avoid the trainer. This is really bad, actually. I had better luck with potions last time. I also don't have any revives here, so I gotta be careful. If I flinch, I might actually... Oh my god, he got a crit. Obviously, I was gonna say I might die to an Earthquake. Yeah, I don't have any revives, so I have to switch in this situation. I don't think I have enough resources left to beat him. I didn't think this was gonna be the case based on what happened last time. I think he goes for Bite and then Overheat, which is going to leave Camerupt very, very low. Bro, if I don't find another item on this floor, I'm actually cooked. I have no more of those fluffy tails. That's what I was looking for in my bag. I just need one more potion or like a revive. This is funny too. It's ironic because Houndoom's out for revenge because he couldn't get the job done for me, so now he's out to ruin my day here. Now everybody's so low that obviously the Regis can OHKO them all. This is so bad, bro. I have 1 Hyper Potion. I have to use it on Poliwrath right now. But now I'm in a position where if Regirock's Quick Claw goes off after I take 3 more overheats from Houndoom, I don't even get to damage Regirock. Oh, this is so annoying, man. At least it's a... Actually, that's not even a good thing. I should be able to run from Weezing, right? Oh, this is so bad. Okay, he went for Protect. Come on. Thank you. I can't run from Houndoom, so there's no point in even trying. This is so annoying. It's like every 5 steps, bro. Okay, I can definitely run away from this idiot, too. Dusclops is like the slowest thing of all time. Why did I fight 12 Houndooms in a row to start that? There's no way. What? I guess running away is just like RNG then. It's not even up to speed because I'm way faster than Dusclops. Was that an item over there or a trainer to the left? Oh, this is also bad. I don't know if I can run from this thing. It's bad because I don't think I can OHKO it. I really don't have any way to run away. This is such a bad bag with no potions and revives. I have to 2-shot with Surf, which means I'm going to take like 2 HJKs. Nah, you know what? Donphan has to take the 2 HJKs and OHKO it with EQ. I can't let Poliwrath get hit from this range. This might even be it's a 2-shot, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh. Okay, I lived that. That's a special attack. Alright. Bro, I need to know if that's a potion or a revive over there. This is so bad. What? Okay, I was gonna say it could also be a trainer, but that doesn't help. Come on. I don't need to get crits. Bro. It's just too many wild Pokemon. I can't outlast this. I'm actually cooked. Unfortunately, I don't have enough sauce to get this done. I don't know if I can even run, bro. If I fail to run and I get hit by an HJK, like, I actually guaranteed I lose the fight. But also staying in to try to two-shot it with Surf also probably guarantees that I lose. So at least if I do get the run off, I still have a chance to beat Brendan, but I don't think I can run from Medicham. I don't. But I have to try. Okay, that's it. We lose to Brendan again then. I mean, actually, I'm not even going to get there. Yeah, I'm not even going to get there. This shit is so lame, bro. I'm going to win with this team, though. I guarantee you that. I'm going to win with this team, but I'm not going to be able to get there today. That sucks. That sucks, man. Oh. No potions, no revives. That's it. And oddly enough, now I'm not seeing Houndooms either, which is hella dumb. I've been on this floor for so long, bro. But it's over now. I can't even get off the floor. Houndoom cleans from here. It's gonna OHKO everything I have. Well, not if I run, but I definitely don't get the run off against Houndoom. I live. Do I flinch? Nice. Okay. Well, obviously this team is going to smoke that guy next time I get back to him, but it's not going to be today. There's just no way I can get out of here without finding anybody else. This is ridiculous, bro. Okay, well, at least I can run from that, but I just tried and I failed. Running from Dusclops last time, which makes no sense. Alright. I've almost checked the whole damn floor except for the top left, but yeah, there's no way. Oh, this is so frustrating, bro. I just didn't find enough potions and revives this go around. Actually surprised I made it away from that wheezing, if I'm being real. Dude! What are we doing here, man? Come on! I think I've seen 20 wild Pokemon on this floor. The first 10 of which were all Houndooms, too. Yeah, that's GG's. Damn it, I should have put another Rossberry on. I would have actually lived the... Well, I wouldn't have got hit by the burn. But now Poliwrath's dead. Shit. Shit. I should have threw a Rossberry on. I trolled. Oh, I just figured I was going to see a Houndoom or Medicham. I wouldn't have been able to run away anyway. Oh, I can't find it. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Now I'm all the way in the top left. I didn't see him in here either. That's GG's, bro. All I needed was one more revive on this floor, and maybe I still had a chance, but I needed potions and revives. Unless the tile's right here, but this is ridiculous, man. Okay, well now I know. I gotta be smarter with the revives and the potions. Oh, this sucks. Just rub it in with the crit. For sure. Alright, alright. We'll be back. We'll be back. That's it for now. The Hail Mary runaway, I gotta try. Yeah. Because obviously it actually has Solar Beam. It's crazy. I didn't know that. I could have killed it with EQ, but that's GG's. Never even found the stairs. Oh, this place is harder than I thought. Okay. Yeah, I'm in, man. I'm in. You're gonna troll me like this? I'm in. I like a good challenge, and I will not be denied. I like this. I like this. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Even though I failed today, I will win with this team. That I can guarantee you. I shouldn't have guaranteed the win today because I wasn't sure. Well, I was pretty sure I was gonna get there, but I guess that's even the harder part of this. Just trying to get to the damn fight. Ooh, okay, okay. I'm in. Let's get it. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, and I'm gonna stream this again tomorrow, because we're gonna keep going until we get this done. All right. But for now, I'm gonna cut this off on the YouTube side of things and the Twitch stream as well, because I'm almost late for work at this point, and I still have to go make breakfast. So, for anybody that is seeing this in the future, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and also watch me get frustrated since I cannot find a single blue tile. It's classic. But anyway. This is going to do it for part 6 in the YouTube playlist. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. And I also hope that you have a good rest of your day, wherever you go after watching this video. Alright? I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.